Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever live interviews on Xposure World TV. We are a platform trying to bring rock to the masses, something that has not been done since the 90s and the 2000s. And we are excited to have tonight the one and only Nathan James, everybody. Hey, Big Nathan. What's up, buddy?
Cool. Let's take a seat.
All right. Look how swagged out you are.
Oh yeah.
With the custom new rocks.
Custom new rocks.
Sheesh.
Custom tee. Shout out to Pop Up LA.
Shout out Pop Up LA.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. Cool, man. So what you been up to lately?
Man, just the newest song release. Been about like 3 weeks since it's been out, and it's been my fastest moving, fastest going song.
Totally picking up speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So just got picked up on the largest rock radio station in the U.S., Octane Radio.
Dude.
So that's amazing. A couple label deal offers is happening. I'm gonna stay independent for now.
Yeah.
I got the tour coming up with Shaggy 2 Dope of Insane Clown Posse.
When's that happening?
Yeah, so that tour is with Shaggy 2 Dope of Insane Clown Posse, and that'll be July 19th to August 12th, so 24 shows.
Be there, get tickets now.
Yeah, 24 shows, 24 days. So it's crazy how just a lot of great shit is just like coming together right now,
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
But Nathan and I have been doing this, we've been we're like at the beginning of that whole rock wave. Like you and I really were there when it kind of started hitting its first wave.
Yeah, that 2019, 2020.
2019, 2020. I think everyone probably already knows this, but you shot MGK's Tickets to My Downfall?
Yeah, shot that album cover, Tickets to My Downfall, and that's how all the music stuff started too, was through photography.
Yeah.
I shot everybody, as you know. Lil Wayne, Post Malone, Avril Lavigne, Justin Bieber, list goes on and on. Big brands, small brands, Gucci, Puma, everything, so.
Well, dude, let's crack open a nice Liquid Death.
I'm getting a little thirsty.
Not a sponsored drink, but hey, we love Liquid Death.
Oh yeah. They need to sponsor me. I need 10K.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, shout out Liquid Death. We've done a couple shows and they have given us free cases. And I think out of most brands right now, I feel like so many, and you and I have always talked about this, like how everyone's like going for such like a minimalist look, black and white and boring.
Yeah.
I mean, even with music, how did you kind of come up with your like nu metal, like heavy sound? Like where did that come from?
Yeah, when I first started the music stuff, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing whatsoever. But growing up, listening to both rock and hip hop, very 50-50. And then when I started to do music, it was just a matter of finding like, how do I bring myself and what I like the most into like one cohesive piece, and that's now starting to be like figured out. And I'm just calling it like new metal,
Sick.
With like the elements of the hip hop and the metal and the rock and the pop, trap metal, just kind of industrial side of things. So
I totally agree.
just excited about all the new songs that come out are very similar in that pocket, or a little bit different with things. So it's cool.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I've been watching your growth since, what was it, 2020? Somewhere around that? No, 2019?
Yeah, 2020, yeah. So the first song dropped, almost 3 years now since the first record, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, what would you say are some of your favorite shows you played? Because I've been to a lot of them, but.
Yeah. Definitely the Viper Room, my most recent show, which was my last show. It was in March of this year. Headlined that when that place was sold out, oversold out actually.
Some crazy mosh pits.
And that was a good ass show, man. I love that. But I'm just so excited for the tour of like, just everything is becoming more and more professional and legit. And just when I first started, like the focus was like the road of focus was this wide. And since it started, it's slowly narrowing in like this. And I'm just, the tunnel vision really of just seeing like, I know exactly what I need to do to keep going and keep moving. So it's fucking great, yeah.
Yeah, how are you guys because aren't you guys like the only band for the tour, right?
Yeah, we're the only actual band on the tour. Which is nice, so there won't be like 10 million drums and rack cases and everybody's
like
sound.
So What Fest, I remember that. It was million bands playing, and I remember we were trying to help you set up and stuff, and these other bands were setting down. It was like chaos, like chord spaghetti.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
It'll be good. And then I just hope to continue to get more tours, because that's all I want to be doing. I just want to, like, you know, ideally I would like to do like 120 to 150 shows a year. That'd be great.
That'd be
awesome.
sick.
Or like, at least like on the road doing shows. So maybe the totals down to like 120 shows or some shit.
Sick.
That'd
Who would
great.
be like your, like you could go back in time, like whatever band, whatever festival, and you could play with a band in their prime, what band would that be?
Oh man, Limp Bizkit or Korn, or even like
Woodstock 99?
like Stained.
Yeah.
Stained would be sick.
Family Value tours?
Yeah, so like,
That's sick.
that'd be crazy, you know? Even like Cold Chamber, like.
Yeah, Cold Chamber.
Cool. Yeah. And then just a bummer too to like see, there's a lot of censorship in the pop culture right now.
Yeah.
When you censor art, you get watered down art.
Yeah.
You know, and like something I refer to, like even the next song that I'm gonna drop that's not out yet, you know, I talk about fast food music.
It's one of my favorite songs you have right now.
And
Unreleased.
Yeah, Unreleased. It's gonna be called Toxic World. But yeah, I talk about like fast food music in that song. And I'm just seeing a lot of that with like all sorts of different types of art.
Yeah.
And just so many things in the art world just being regurgitated so quick, and it just is limiting the quality.
AI and stuff too.
Yeah, which is good. You know, there's pros and cons to that too. But just you know, I don't know. I would like to see people really focus on like really honing in on like the art and the craft of just really making good shit. You know, I think less can be more. You know.
I totally agree. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Is like like the fast food mentality where, you know, people are just dropping music left and right, and for most of the time it almost feels like people are just dropping to drop music. They're not even dropping to like, how can I shake up the industry? Like they're just like, what can I do to cross off the check marks, you know?
Yeah, you see a lot of people too just doing like, okay, this might be more mainstream, or like, you know, I want to play it safe. I don't want to say anything too extreme, because I don't want anything to be talked bad about me, you know? Instead of just taking the approach of like, just say how the fuck you feel and what you want to say, and let that be that. You know? There's so many people caring about so many opinions.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I don't really see, you will never see real growth or improvement until you start to say to yourself, fuck everybody else's opinion, I'm doing my shit the way I want to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
With your new song, The Hangman, is that, I feel like, because I've listened to it, and I feel like you do talk about a little bit like that, like how people kind of wrote you off a little bit.
Hell yeah, that song is, you know, about, it can relate to a lot of things, but one of the things specifically is just like how the industry can be so evil and so two-faced. And that's where that line, when I say Jeffrey to meet you, Dahmer to eat you, is just like the industry can be, you know, so fake and so polished to really just make you feel like you can trust them. But then once they got you, you know, they're a whole, you know, that's a Dahmer to eat you.
You got money
part,
for us or no?
You know, so yeah, that's why I really flexed on there of like, you know, industry cannibal.
Yeah.
Because the industry is like this cannibal to artists and how they treat artists and people, and you know, so that song, The Hangman, really does like depict a lot of my feelings, and it's so great that of the song to be going viral on TikTok, Spotify, that line's in there where I say industry cannibal, I'm just an animal to them, right? Like industry cannibal, I'm just an animal. Jeffrey to meet you, Dahmer, it's just a massive F you to the industry and all the
punch in the face.
Yeah, you know, so it's cool. It's cool to see everything just coming together. You know?
Yeah, no, I remember, cause like when did you start doing like those walking videos? Cause I know that's like kind of your forte right now.
So funny story about that, right? It's like, we definitely live in a culture right now too where people like to follow and people like to just do what the trend is, which is also good and bad, you know? But
pros and cons,
when we live in a trend culture like we are now, it also limits people's ability to think outside the box and create their own thing.
Yep.
And when I got on TikTok, you know, TikTok's such a great platform to, you know, market anything.
Yeah.
And it was hard because you see like what other music artists are doing, and everyone's doing like goofy skits or like weird stuff, or like, hey, if you ever had your heart broken, this song's for you, you know? And
man.
it's cool that it works for people, but for me, like, I'm not a goofy guy like that and want to do weird skit
He's
stuff.
serious.
Yeah, so I just rather just let the music speak for itself. And so I just got really fed up with it one day, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this TikTok stuff. And I was like, I would love to just be able to just like walk and just perform the songs to the camera. That's it. No goofy, like, you know, when your mom calls you and you don't feel good, or you know what I mean?
Man,
So like, that's what I started to do. And I didn't know if it was gonna work or not, but I would just start walking at the camera and just singing the songs, you know, 15 to 25 second
Yeah, it's
clips.
about the art, like at the end of the day, like, you know, cool marketing schemes, like, you know, little skits and stuff, but, you know, I think you've really like gotten in a lane where it's like, you know, this is my music, let me walk down the street looking menacing as fuck. And,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, because like that really is what it's about at the end of the day, right? I think being an artist is your image, it's your sound, and it's what you're saying. And that's why I was just like, I don't want to go viral on TikTok for doing a skit or a trend. I want to go viral on TikTok for my fucking music.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because if I go viral on TikTok for a skit or a trend that has nothing to do with my music, and I get a bunch of views or I get a bunch of followers, I look at that as like empty calories. They're empty caloried followers.
That's a good
You know what I mean? Like I want meaty macros in my meal of like, these followers follow me and have gone viral with me because of my music and nothing else.
Yeah, I've even seen like a lot of videos that will go viral, and you know, people, the engagement on TikTok is like so many people will follow you and then they'll disappear.
Yeah, empty calorie followers.
Empty calorie.
Yeah, it's like empty calories.
Good
like,
analogy.
There's no point of going viral to just go viral if it has nothing to do with your music.
Yeah.
And me going viral on TikTok with my music has transferred over into monthly listeners, Spotify followers, Instagram followers, people who are gonna come to my shows, people who are gonna buy merch, like everything has gone up, ticket sales, Spotify, everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I think a lot of artists now need to reshift and stop caring so much about numbers.
Yeah.
And like how viral something could be or not be, because like at the end of the day, just let your music speak for itself and try to get your music to go viral, not like some weird trend or
words to live by.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, yeah, man, I think if you were to talk, I mean, I feel like you've been in the industry for a while now, not only in the side of like doing photos and stuff for people, but what's like, besides that, like what's another advice you would have for like newer rock artists right now, since like I feel like you kind of have, you know, put yourself in a position where you're kind of one of the leading guys in your realm.
My biggest advice to anyone getting going is just like, you just gotta stay very, and everyone says it, you gotta stay consistent, but more importantly is like, you gotta stay consistent and really try to think outside of the box of what has no one done yet. And that's really hard to say and what that means, because everything has been done at some point. So it's just a matter of how can you tweak it, polish it,
do it in your
make it
way.
Make that old thing kind of have a newer feel.
Yeah,
you know
I feel
what
like too many people, because like, you know, like the whole nostalgic thing is like such a big factor right now, and it's cool that like, you know, all these people are getting into older, but I feel like the newer is getting shafted. Like it's like, oh, let's just worship the old bands.
I agree. Because like, what is Korn gonna headline every festival for the 20 years from now too?
I know.
Like there's, I love Korn, huge fan of Korn, right? Like you know, Korn has played a massive impact in the culture, but in order for this scene to continue to grow, there needs to be newer artists in the scene also making an impact.
Exactly.
And I just hope I start to see that happen, and I would love to try to, you know, if I could be one of those guys too that can really help spread and grow the scene more, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is creating stuff and art for other people to appreciate and inspire people to also do it one day as well. You know?
All right, man. Well, what's some things that like your fans can look forward to coming like in the next month or so?
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop my new song, Toxic World, either first or second week of July, right before tour starts.
Cool.
And then the tour, you know, is happening as well. Like I said, July 19th or August 12th. You can just go to my Instagram or TikTok, click that profile on my link, get your tickets. and just lots of new music coming, and that's about it, man.
Cool.
Lots of stuff, yeah.
What do we got over here in the corner?
Oh yeah, we gonna have some crazy merch on the tour. That's like gonna be the new kind of Nathan James combo logo. It's
not
a
gonna lie.
spider skull.
I'm a Nathan James stan.
Yeah, that's.
I wear this every day. I sleep in this.
He sure does. That's a classic tee right there. But yeah.
Where can they get those? Is that on your
Yes,
bio?
that's not up on any of my sites yet, but it will be very soon. Maybe by the time this interview's out, it'll be up.
I got one of the early access.
You got one of the early access,
Okay.
but all that stuff will be on tour. So come see me on tour if you want to get some of them.
Cool,
merch.
cool. Well, thank you, Nathan. It was sick having you, man, and we appreciate you. And yeah, get tickets for his tour. If y'all really trying to be out here and like be in like this new metal scene and just the rock scene in general, Nathan's tearing it up right now. So shout out Nathan and all of his fans, and we will catch you on tour.
Oh yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nathan James, everybody.
Oh yeah, cool.